There we go. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We are here on day two for your high converting freebie formula. I'm so glad that you're here. Go ahead and just pop in the chat that you are here. That way we can make sure that you get your free stuff for showing up live. Want to make sure that you guys are getting it. So what we're doing is we are just making a list of everybody that we know is here. And especially when you post it in the comments and let us know that you're here, it makes it so much easier for me and my team because then we can see who's here and make sure that you guys get your freebies. So we've got 25 ways to share your freebie as your freebie for being here, for showing up live. And I'm so excited to dive into today's content. So yesterday we talked about kind of how the market has shifted and why your freebies maybe weren't converting before. And we helped uncover some specifics that were going to help you navigate the nuances of making a high converting freebie, not just any old freebie, because we know that that's actually not working anymore, but we want a high converting freebie. So, one of the things that I want to just kind of circle back around and mention and kind of put a pin in is if you're wondering if you still need a freebie, even in the world of AI and all of this information, the answer is yes. Absolutely, 1000%. And here's why. Even though we have a lot of information out there, a lot of information overload, what your freebie is doing is it's not just giving people general information, it's actually helping people see and create a win with a real person, right? And that's really, really, really important. Like I am not bashing AI at all. It's here to stay, and we get to work with AI, and AI is actually a really, really great tool, but it's not a perfect tool, right? So it's not going to take the place of a real person. Remember, information, just like a book, does not equal transformation. We can read the book all darn day long, but if we don't take the action, and that's the reason why most people don't get results, is because they're not actually implementing what it is they're learning about or reading about. Okay, that's where you come in. Your freebie is going to help position you as an authority, as an expert, as a reason why they want to hire you to help them follow through. Because the truth is, just Googling something doesn't work. Just asking AI about it doesn't work. It doesn't help people navigate the nuances. Okay. So I just want to position this by letting you guys know that even though AI is here to stay, it's not going to take the place of you and your value. And we still need a high converting freebie. We just need one that is delivering something a little bit different than it used to. So again, back in the day, everybody was doing ebooks and downloading those and getting the whole 16-step formula for, right? And what we know now is that people, or at least where we are now in this market, because markets shift, totally normal, buying behaviors shift, totally normal. There's nothing going wrong. You guys aren't doing anything wrong. We just need to know what is it that our ideal clients are asking for right now. And what they want are bite-sized chunks. What they want is something specific. What they want is to know that they're working with a specialist, not a generalist. Okay, so your freebie needs to be positioned as something that is going to help them to create a win quickly, right? Speed. Anything that is going to help us save time and do something quicker with the least amount of effort is going to be a win. I'm going to say that again. What do people invest in? What do we buy in? Saving time, getting a quicker result with the least amount of stress. Can I get an amen? Like nobody says like, "Oh, let me do it the hard way. I'm going to invest all this money doing it really hard and yes, give me the 10-year plan." Right? So your freebie is actually positioning you as helping them do just that. You're helping them get a specific result in a shorter period of time in a way that is less stressful so that they are also more positioned, more predictable for them to actually get their result. right? So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that our freebie is doing that. We talked a lot yesterday about magnetizing and delivering a quick win. So we talked about that yesterday. So if you missed yesterday, no worries. We've got the replay up for you. We actually have it in a video and an audio format. So if you just want to listen while you're on a walk, great, you can do that. We have a private podcast available specifically for the high converting freebie formula. You can log in and you can access that. Or if you want to watch the video, we've got the video for you too up on our YouTube channel. So you can find all of the videos in the email. So we sent an email out this morning at 9 a.m. And if you scroll down on that email, it's down at the bottom and it says, did you miss the video? Did you miss day one? Watch the video here, and that's a hyperlink. It'll take you right to the video, or you can listen to it on the audio. So go back 9 a.m. Eastern time. If you didn't see it, it will be there. And if you still can't find it, send me a message, and I'm happy to send you the direct links, okay? Today, what we want to do is take our idea, take our freebie idea, and make sure that it's actually monetizing, which is making money for us, okay? Because if our freebie is not attracting the right client and then moving them from stranger to viewer to potential client to buyer, we don't have a solid business, right? And so there's a couple reasons why your freebie is actually not doing that, right? And so we're going to cover that today, and we're going to help you understand how to create a monetization bridge. So we want to create a bridge from your freebie to the offer, but we're going to reverse engineer it because we want to make sure that the freebie is guiding the person to the right offer, okay? We're also going to talk about why most lead magnets that are out there actually disconnect from the sale and how to fix it. We're going to talk about that trust building moment. So, how to weave your voice, your story, your values, your mission into your freebie. This is really, really important. People invest with people that they trust, which means that they want to know who you are, what your mission is, do they relate with you, right? And so our freebie also needs to do that, needs to give people an experience of who are you, what is it that you do, what makes you the authority, what are your values, so that people can decide whether or not they do want to take that next step with you. Okay. We're also going to talk about an aligned CTA. So CTA is call to action, an aligned call to action. All a call to action is, it's inviting somebody to actually do something. Okay. So a call to action would be click on this link to download the guide. Click on this link to book the appointment with me. And if we don't have that inside of our freebie, people actually don't know what to do, right? I know that sounds kind of crazy. Like, well, of course, they could reach out to me anytime if they want to work with me, but we really do need to be told what to do. So we're going to talk about having an aligned call to action that doesn't feel pushy or icky or salesy. And then we're also going to talk about your freebie to paid client pathway that is going to work behind the scenes for you. So this is really, really exciting. I'm so, so excited about sharing this with you today. Okay, so today we're going to take a look at that full journey from opt-in to offer and make sure that the lead magnet that you choose is going to help you actually invite people to work with you. Okay, so here's what I want you to think about. What is the next logical step that your ideal client should take after they're consuming their freebie? So let's say that I downloaded the 7 biggest mistakes to make on a GLP-1 that's keeping me from losing weight. I'm just going to make that up, Helen. Well, what would be my next logical step? Probably to do something, right? To do something, and then where would I want to go after I do something with the freebie, right? So we need to decide, where is it that we want them to go? Chances are we want them to either book a call so that we connect with them, or lead them to someplace else where they can get more information and be in our ecosystem for a longer period of time. For example, when I share a freebie, my people are invited to either book an assessment with me, which is a short 15-20 minute holistic business assessment. So there's a link right there that says, hey, if this resonates with you, if you want help identifying where your gaps are, let's hop on a quick chat. I'll help you identify where the gaps are and what to do about those gaps in a holistic business audit. So they have a link directly on the freebie because that's where I want them to go next. I don't necessarily want them to buy right away. What I want to do is connect with them. I want to be a real person to them. I want to hear what it is that they're struggling with because, in truth, I don't even know if I can help them. I don't know what kind of business they have yet. I don't know where they are in their business, right? So I'm not going to have a link right on my freebie to buy something if I don't know if this is the person that I can actually support. Okay. So think about where do you want your next client, your that next step that she could go. For me, it's an assessment. And I actually have two things. I also have a Facebook group. So I want people to either uh, book the assessment with me, and I also want them in my Facebook group. Why? Because in my Facebook group is where I do weekly live trainings. There are some free files and downloads. It's where I want you to think of your Facebook group as it's my nurture bucket. It's a place where all of the people who are interested, that have had an experience or a connection with me go, regardless of whether they're a buyer or not. Because the truth is, people want to be in your world and they want to have an experience with you. That's where I can give them an experience. That's where I connect with them. That's where I can see who they are, personally reach out, see how they're doing, invite them into a workshop that might help them, or invite them into a business audit that might help them. But it's a way where I can continue to have them in my world. Okay. So this may or may not be missing for you. But if it is, we really do want your freebie to be doing that. We want to make sure that your freebie is not just collecting dust. We want to make sure that it's actually leading people somewhere. Okay, so think about where do you want them to go so that they can continue to have an experience with you. Really, really important. Think of your freebie as being that first step, right? Um, have you, and I'm totally dating myself now, but going to a mall, right? Have you ever been in a shopping mall and there's an Asian store, food store in the food court, and they're standing out front with a tray and like a toothpick with a piece of chicken on it, right? Think of that. That's their freebie. That's their freebie. What do they want? They want me to taste it, have a taste of it, so that I will buy more. That's what your freebie is doing. It is giving people who are interested, right? Like somebody who wants barbecue isn't going to take that freebie, right? People who want the chicken or are looking for Asian or Thai or whatever it is are going to take that freebie. That's what that is. But then we want to tell them what to do next. And if we don't have a nurture sequence or we have a place to tell them where to go next, they don't know where to go. So it's our job as the coach, as the helper, as the thought leader, as the healer to guide them and tell them what to do next. Okay, so that's one place that we want to think about is in order to monetize this, we want to make sure that we tell them what to do next. The other thing that's important, again, because humans relate with humans, is where in the context of your freebie can you share a belief, an insight, or a personal story that builds trust. Okay, so in your freebie, that could look like social proof. It could look like, hey, when I worked with my client who was on GLP-1s, this is where we started and this is where we ended, right? You could share something very, very specific that actually creates what? It creates insight into what it is that you do. It helps to create social proof that somebody else got results working with you. It helps to create belief and it helps to create a personal story. You could also share something about you, right? Like when I first started, a lot of times I have in my about page on my freebie, like, who am I? Who am I to be teaching you about building a business, right? Well, back in 2012, I went through a divorce after being a stay-at-home mom for 17 years and had to restart everything all over again. And I had to build my business from scratch, right? That's who Chris was back in the day. And through my own trial and error and learning and building and growing, I've created over $3 million in my business, starting from zero as a single mom with three kids. So that's a personal story that I share inside of my About page that creates connection and insight and belief for those of you that are like, well, I haven't ever done this before, so I'm not sure if I can do it. Yes, you can do it. And I'm proof that you can do it because I'm not a unicorn. I'm really not. Like, I literally was just a single mom coming out of a divorce trying to figure out how I needed to do this. Okay. So, where can you share belief, insight, or a personal story to build trust? That can be in the context of your freebie, or it could be in your about page. So, for example, if Helen has seven things not to do while you're on GLP-1s, she could share what her client was doing that was creating the problem. And then, after working with her, what they shifted or what they changed in one of those seven steps, and now what's possible, right? So, we get to show them a before and an after picture of what it could look like. Okay. And then number three is we want to absolutely create that soulful sales aligned CTA. So, what's a sales aligned CTA? It's inviting them to do something. That's all it is. It doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be scary. It's just a here's what to do next. Okay. So, I'm going to help. Let me just check the chat real quick because I am seeing lots of chats come in. Oh, thank you, Karen. Appreciate that. Oh, yes, Marissa, there is no force equal to that of a determined woman. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. So Stacy says, so I'm assuming it's better to lead them to a free community versus a low cost community with depths to start. It depends on what that low cost community is. It really does. And that's kind of the nuances of navigating, your freebie. I prefer from my freebie to invite them into either a really low ticket offer, which would be something that doesn't actually require, like for example, one of my freebies is to create a miracle month. And then from that miracle month, they have an opportunity to get creating their epic year plan. So that's, I think, a $17 something. So that's one option. But I prefer to bring them in when I'm inviting people into bigger offers into actually a free community where I get to build trust with them first. Why? Because buyers don't buy unless they trust you, right? And so it sometimes is going to take a longer time than just reading the one freebie. We have to make sure that they're actually doing something with it so that that's also building in trust. So let me see. Is there a way to bypass the free community or not advise? I don't recommend bypassing the free community, Stacy, because you have to have a way to nurture. And if you are just trying to take a stranger to a buyer, that doesn't work. There has to be some place in the middle that's holding people until they're ready to buy. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to have a free membership, but I do recommend some place where you're able to build community. And the two places that I love, number one is going to be my Facebook group. I love my Facebook group, and I will always have my Facebook group as a way where people can pop in and have a free experience with me. And the other thing that I have is my Substack account. And that is something brand new. I'm not going to teach about Substack in this training today because there's a lot of moving pieces with that. But the places that I build community are there. Substack and my Facebook group. And I also have my podcast, right? So that is a way that people can continue to build, to watch and have an experience. But the problem is if we don't have a community, we don't actually know who that is, right? Like I have a podcast, people can listen to it, but if I don't know who's listening to it, there's no way for me to reach out and connect with them, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, good, Karen. Well done. Yeah, so free Facebook community, but then a three times a month Zoom community for like 20. Yeah. Book that call with me, Sharon, if you haven't already. We can definitely dive into the details of what your trust offer or that next step could be for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So let's take a look from opt-in to offer. Okay. So this part of our worksheet is going to help us take a look at where do we want them to go ultimately to be a buyer. So the first thing that we want to do is clarify what is your paid offer? Where do you want them to go? Right? Is it a high ticket offer to work with you one on one for a period of time? Is it a mid ticket offer? Is it a VIP day? Is it a special training that you're doing? Honestly, it doesn't matter what it is. All that matters is that you're clear of making sure that your freebie is directly relevant and congruent to the offer, right? So, for example, I'm just going to use the lead magnet that monetized this program since we talked about it yesterday. That's the offer, right? So, come into this 30-day experience. We're going to help you create your freebie. We're going to help you monetize it. We're going to give you the done for you emails. We're going to give you some done for you freebies that you can take a look. We're going to help you really set all this up so that you walk away with an asset that you can use over and over and over again, that not only attracts the right client, but we're also going to give you the plan to convert them into a buyer as well. And if you don't have a trust offer, we're going to help you create that. So, what problem does it solve? Well, it solves the problem of not actually having a high converting way to attract the right client into our ecosystem, right? A lot of times we're attracting the wrong client into our ecosystem, or when we do have a freebie, they come onto our email list, but then we kind of ghost them, right? So I don't want that to happen to any of you. So the offer is very, very clear of what it is that we're going to do, the result that it's going to help you with. So the freebie needs to be something that is valuable and congruent. Hence the live training that I'm doing right now, the 2-day live training, the high converting freebie formula, is a free workshop that is then teaching you, helping you create quick wins. You got a win yesterday, you're going to get a win today. Now the invitation is, if you want to work with me, if you want my support to implement all this, here's the offer, right? So identify the bridge that you want your freebie to go to. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to go to a big offer. It could certainly go to a lower ticket offer. It could go to a mid-ticket offer. It could go to a free assessment call, right? There's multiple ways. But what we know is that people can, when they connect with you, when they like you, when they trust you, they will become a buyer. Okay. They cannot become a buyer unless they first understand what is the problem that you can help them solve and the result that they're ultimately going to get, and having trust with you that you can help them get it. Okay. So here's a way that you can also identify a bridge. Is there a smaller version of the bigger problem, that offer, that you can help them solve in 15 minutes or less? That becomes your freebies focus. Okay, so like Helen created this, she identified the bridge, which is, I've got women on GLP-1s. They're afraid of the side effects that might come with it. They're afraid that they're going to have to stay on it forever. They're afraid of the fatigue or the digestive discomfort, right? And here's what they want instead. So her freebie is going to be the bridge to understanding how to do that and to still lose weight without having to stay on a medication forever. That and the 7 ways, the 7 mistakes is a smaller component of that. Okay. So this is where that smaller version of the problem, the bigger problem and result that your offer is going to help people with. Okay. So remember, we're reverse engineering. If you've got a 90-day program, great. What is one thing that you teach inside of your 90-day program that you can put into your freebie that is going to allow them to create a quick win and help them solve something in 15 minutes or less? Even if it's awareness, that's a quick win too. Like, oh, I didn't realize that I was having this mistake over here. And because I didn't know that, I kept doing it. So here's some, not just education, but here's a way that actually resonates with me. So guess what? I'm going to hang out in Helen's world longer because she helped me uncover what this mistake was that I was making, and now I could actually fix it. Okay. So you want to identify the bridge, and then we want to build trust. So I've already shared how we build trust. The way that we build trust is by being a human, sharing a belief, a story, a personal insight inside your freebie that actually builds connection, right? When I was a health coach, one of the things that I would share in my freebie when I was building and growing my health coaching business, and I have a background in functional nutrition as well, is I would share that when I would come home from my job as a massage therapist, it was like chips and cheese and too much wine for dinner. Like I was being blatantly like vulnerable, right? I don't know if any of you have ever come home and had chips and cheese and too much wine for dinner. I thought I was the only one. But when I shared that, people were like, oh my God, me too, right? So that was a story that I shared that showed that I'm a real human. And when I was stressed out, this is how I was dealing with the stress. And when I stopped doing that, I actually became a kinder, more friendly mom. And I actually started, helping to nourish my body in a way that didn't leave me frustrated, angry, and depleted. Okay. So think about, and by the way, we all have something that our ideal client can relate to. How do I know that? Because your ideal client is a previous version of who you are now. Your ideal client is a previous version of who you are now. Before you got the certifications, before you made the changes, that's who your ideal client is. So, where can you share a story, whether it's about you or whether it's about another client or whether it's about insight that actually builds connection? Okay, so this is more than just download my checklist, right? And we've all gotten checklists. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of checklists. Checklists after wait, that doesn't build connection for me. That's just information. We want to take it from just giving information to creating connection and building a bridge so that they take that natural next step. Okay. And then we've got the CTA. So, what is it that we want them to do? CTA just stands for call to action. We want to have a call to action. We want to tell them where to go. So, is it book an assessment? Is it book a consult? Is it join a program waitlist? It could be purchase a low ticket offer. It could be reply if you're sending this out to in an email. It could be like, hey, if this resonates with you, email me. Let me know what part of this was valuable. It could also be downloading a second, deeper resource. So there's multiple ways to do that. And this is where nuances of building and growing a business come in, right? You get to choose your own adventure, right? The way that Helen does it, the way that I do it might not be the same way that Karen does it, the way that Kim does it, the way that Shannon does it. And that's okay. There are multiple options, right? But in order for us to choose, the right call to action, we need to know where we want them to go. All right. So you just get to decide, where do you want them to go? Do you want to have a conversation? Do you want them to join your Facebook group where they can get more? Do you want them to reply? Do you want them to get a low ticket offer? What is it that you want? And then finally, the fifth step is actually to summarize your journey in 1 to 2 sentences so that people know what's in it for them. I talked about this yesterday. If people don't know what's in it for them, they're not gonna click. They need to know, if I give you my name and email, what's in it for me. So they need to know that your freebie helps them, which is the ideal client, solve the specific problem that they are willing and looking to solve, that then naturally leads to whatever that next paid offer is, right? By whatever step it is that they take. Okay. So this isn't something that you are going to share with your ideal client. This is something for you. Whatever your freebie is that you create, your freebie is going to help this person solve this problem that is naturally going to lead ultimately to them working in this program by what? By a audit, by a call, by a free workshop, by a talk, by a connection call, by a coffee chat, by what? Okay, is this making sense, you guys? Yeah. Can you see how different this is than many of the freebies that you might have downloaded or even created in the past? It might not have all of the elements that we really, really need in order to create a high value, high converting freebie. And this is really important because this is an asset. And if we don't have this as an asset that we can use and repurpose over time, then we end up staying stuck in content creation, right? But when you have a freebie that is speaking directly to your ideal client that helps them to create a win, now you've got something that you can put on repeat to bring the right client in your ecosystem over a period of time. And that is one of the actions, the daily actions that we need to do every single day to bring people into our ecosystem. Because if we don't bring them into our ecosystem, we don't know who they are. If we don't know who they are, we don't know how to nurture them. If we don't nurture them, we haven't earned the right to invite them to work with us. Right? I don't know about you guys, but if you're feeling like, well, I'm posting, but nobody's responding to my posts, or nobody's DMing me that they want to work with from my post, there's a reason why they're not. Posting is actually part of something that creates visibility for you. but it doesn't lead them into your ecosystem necessarily if you're not sharing something of value. And if you're not clear that you've got a freebie or something of value that you can share with them, there's no opportunity to connect with them and build trust in order for them to move into that next step. Okay, so there is a pathway, but the beauty of this is that it becomes a system and it becomes automated so that you can continue to build trust. So, for example, when somebody downloads your freebie and then now they're on your email list, right? So we talk about our ecosystem being two things. Your email list, we have to have an email list because it's the only thing that we own. Okay. We don't own Facebook. We don't own Instagram. We don't own Pinterest. We don't own LinkedIn, right? We don't own those other platforms. So just having a community on those other platforms, if something was to happen and you got locked out or you get cut off. I remember, Helen, you lost your whole Facebook group one time, right? I recently, my account was restricted for some weird reason against going against community rules. And I'm like, I'm not even doing anything. I just got it back, right? So we want to make sure that we can still connect with the people who are interested that are in our world. And so if we have an email system, then that is actually going to keep the people in one place that we know are interested in having in learning from you or having the support that they're looking to get from you. Okay. And then once they're on your email list, then we have a series of what we like to call nurture emails. So you have a nurture sequence, which gives people a little bit of time to get to know you a little bit more. Yeah, so I do not have this is the last call that we've got. So you can absolutely watch the replay. For those of you that missed yesterday, just check your email and you can either listen to the audio or the video. Okay. So a nurture sequence. This is important because this is keeping you top of mind. Okay. When somebody gets an email from you and they open it, it keeps you top of mind. What we don't want to do is just give them the freebie, expect that they're going to do something with it, and never follow back up with them, right? Because the truth is, we are all busy. I might download a freebie and forget to open it, or I might download a freebie and open it, but not do anything with it. So when somebody follows up with me in a message to say, hey, how did that work for you? It's going to remind me that I need to go do something with it. And when I get another message from them that is helping me understand even more about what it is that they do and how they get people results, that starts building know, like, trust with me. And when I get another email that invites me into a free workshop or a free training or a live training where I actually get to experience their energy, who they are, what they sound like, oh my gosh, that's great. Like, I'm like, yes, I'm interested in that. So it's creating more of those micro yeses. So we absolutely have to have that piece in it that invites them. The other thing that my email list does is when I go live inside of my Facebook group for free, they'll get an email saying, hey, Chris is going live on Monday. Here's the link. Come join our Facebook group, right? So it reminds people that are in your ecosystem that you are here for them, to serve them, to give them value. Okay. So an email nurture sequence is important. And that's one of the things that we provide for you inside of the 30-day lead magnet that monetizes program, so that you don't have to try to just use ChatGPT to figure that all out. Because the truth is, there are nuances in ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT, but it needs multiple edits. Like, there's not a message that I don't edit probably at least 10 times, so that it is actually speaking in my voice and allowing me to communicate in the way that I really, really want to communicate. So your nurture sequence, we're going to give you some templates for that. We'll give you some ChatGPT prompts inside of the workbook that you can use, but we are going to also help you hone and refine that so that it still sounds like you, because we want you to be you, right? We don't want it to be all ChatGPT using words that you would never use in the first place, or giving an impression that isn't true to you. And that's something that again, I love AI, but we have to use it in a authentic and an integrous way that allows us to speak our truth and be who it is that we are. Okay. So that email sequence is going to be important, so that we are also guiding them within that email sequence to remind them where it is that we want them to go. Hey, if you haven't downloaded the freebie yet, here's the link. Hey, if you haven't gotten the, business assessment yet, here's the link to do that. Hey, if you haven't joined my Facebook group yet, here's the link to do that. Okay. And then we want to guide them into ultimately a lower ticket offer within that email sequence, right? If you're ready to, whatever it is, have the result. If they haven't booked the call yet, they can book the call. And then on that call, you can invite them into whatever that lower ticket offer is for you, that trust offer, that offer that is going to help them kind of dip their toe in the water, have an experience that is then also going to lead into continuing to work with you, right? So when you have this, and we get to set this up automatically, which is beautiful. Yep, absolutely, Leticia, I'll absolutely share that with you. That happens on repeat. So that's what we're going to help you set up. We're going to help you get your landing page set up. We're going to help you make sure that you've got your freebie created. We're going to make sure that the words that you are using are high converting so that people actually say, hell yeah, I want that thing. So that out of 100 people, 60 or more are saying yes. And then they're going to go on a beautiful little journey with you. We're going to lead them where it is that you want them to go and ultimately invite them to create a trust offer with you. Or some of them might join your Facebook group, and if you're already doing some Facebook Lives, you can also invite them to work with you that way as well. But that happens on repeat, which is beautiful, even behind the scenes. So we're going to help you automate it. So you can be sleeping, somebody can, click on a link to your freebie, and all of that happens in the background. They get the freebie delivered to them automatically. They get the nurture sequence delivered automatically. That goes out at whatever period of time that you decide that you want. Normally we have somewhere between 3 days or so in between emails so that people get an email sequence of anywhere between 5 to 7 emails over a period of time. Okay. So you are staying front of mind for them over probably about 2 weeks. Okay. So I hope this sounds amazing to you because this is amazing for my clients. When they have this locked and loaded, this is one of the biggest things that is going to make a difference for them because guess what? Now they can see inside of their system everybody who downloaded that freebie. So then they can reach out and say, hey, Chris, thank you so much for downloading my freebie on, the 7 mistakes that you make when you're on a GLP-1. Which one of those did you feel was you? And here's the other cool thing. Some people will reply back and say, oh, well, I actually haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Great. Why don't we hop on a quick chat and I'll walk you through it. So you can use your freebie as an invitation to also hop on a call with you and walk them through where they might be stuck so that you can help them get a win in real time. And that's nurturing one-to-one, right? So we can nurture one-to-many. When we nurture one-to-many, once they're on our email list, they get nurture emails. They also can come into our Facebook group, and that's nurturing one-to-many. And then we can nurture one-to-one in our assessments or in private calls. Okay, so let me just look at the chat real quick and answer some questions that you guys have. Yes, so I prefer Kit. For those of you that are just starting, kit.com. It used to be called ConvertKit. That is the one that we recommend for our clients. And how does the automated process work with different CRM systems or email systems? That is part of, Mary Lou, that is part of your email system. So your CRM system is Kit, and it is an actual part of your CRM. It is your CRM system. So that your email system is also your CRM system. Your email system is not whatever your email is, .gmail or whatever. That's not an email system. That's an email, but that's not an email system. Okay. Yeah, Sharon. So kit.com is the name of the email system that we recommend our clients use so that they can set up a landing page, set up their automated sequences, deliver the freebie on automatic. Yes, if you've got Kajabi, you could absolutely do that too. Yeah. And we're going to help you set that up also inside of the lead magnet that monetizes. Yep, MailChimp. So there's a lot of different ones. There's MailChimp, there's Mad Mimi, there's Constant Contact, there's Kit. Kajabi is a bigger one. Victoria, if you're paying for Kajabi right now, that's pretty expensive. MailerLite, yeah. High Level is another one. Yeah. Exactly. So unless you have consistent recurring income coming in repeatedly, you really don't need to be using something as high tech as Go High Level or Kajabi. Those cost a couple $100 a month in order to manage that. So you can absolutely use something that is less expensive. You can actually get the free version of Kit and have up to 1,000 subscribers. Okay. Pipe drive. So I would need to convert. Yeah. I don't know anything about pipe drive, but I do know Kartra very well. I do know Constant Contact very well. And we have a tech VA that is also going to be hosting tech calls with you. And if you are, we've got one spot left inside of the tech bundle, just one spot left. So the next person that decides that they want to join us inside of the program, the high converting lead magnet, or oh my gosh, the 30-day lead magnet that monetizes, you get that tech funnel, which means that we're going to build it all out for you. So we're going to work my VA, my personal tech VA, Jenny, and her team of VAs are going to help you set all that up on the back end. So if you're somebody that struggles with tech and you're like, I don't even know where to start here, or I don't know how to use whatever it is that I have right now, we're going to help you with that. Are we able to transfer our data to Go High Level once revenue starts coming in? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever email system that you use, even if it's a lower, like ConvertKit or Go High Level. And look, by the way, one of my coaches who makes $10 million a year, she uses Kit, KIT.com. That's her email marketing platform. Okay. So I just want you to know that you don't have to pay for bigger platforms if you don't need it. Okay. Kit works. Okay. Yeah. And I think that the regular rate of it is only like 25 bucks a month. I know, right? Crazy. Like to go from 200, to 25 bucks a month. Now, if you are selling courses or memberships or something like that, you'll need, something larger to house the courses. But as far as email and having a landing page to deliver a freebie, and to connect with your people and have a nurture sequence, Kit works great. Yeah. All right. All right. So I want you guys, if you haven't yet, to click on the link that I just shared with you in the chat. This is the information page to the lead magnet that monetizes program. I want you to take a look at it and I want you to join me. If you are already inside of Core Activate Abundance Academy or the Success Studio, you get to use a special code that we sent to your email that will take $300 off the $997 price. If you are inside Amplify or a private client of mine, you get this for free. So just to clarify, any questions? Okay. Do you not see link? Okay. So Deb, if you scroll up, it is in blue. So just scroll up and it's in blue right there. 441. Look for the timestamp of 441. Okay. Yep. All signed up. Yay, Victoria. Absolutely. Yes. So excited. So one last thing that I want to share, and I'm going to take some Q&A to kind of help you guys put all this together, is that inside of this program, we are doing something that many programs don't do. And that is we are making sure that you get your freebie in front of a new audience. We are making sure, and these are going to be new audiences that you don't currently have access to right now. Because leveraging other people's audiences is going to bring new people into your ecosystem much quicker. So I really want you to start bringing in new people into your ecosystem very quickly. My freebie brings in anywhere between 100 to 300 people every single month. Those are new people that download a freebie that come into my email system. I will be sharing everybody's freebie with my email system. So me personally will be giving you visibility in front of the 14,000 people that I have access to. I want you to think about every single person that's going through this program is also going to share it with their audience. So you are going to have an opportunity for multiple exposure to make sure that you are attracting the right client. And we're taking care of that for you. So we're going to create the landing page. We're going to create the email sequences that you can use to share this. What we're going to call it is the abundance bundle. You can share it. We're going to tell you exactly how to do that. We're going to help you set that up so that you can share it with your audience. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Like I wanted to make it as easy as possible so that I could, without having to jump inside your body and do your business for you, almost automatically guarantee that you're going to have leads coming in. And this is the way that I could do it, is I could make sure that you are going to have new leads coming into your business that are the right fit, and you're going to have a monetization bridge set up so that you are going to make your return on investment back on this. So for $997, you only need one high-end client or maybe a few mid-ticket offers. Absolutely, would love to have you there. So I want to make it as easy as possible for you to create this asset, but not just create the asset, make money from the asset and get it in front of a new audience. That's so, so important. So we're going to help you do that too. Yay, Sarah, definitely go grab that. I'm going to pop the link once again in the chat. So whoever grabs this next also gets the tech bundle. Awesome. Now we're going to start on March 10th. Okay, so just to let you know, our calls will be at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays, starting on March 10th. We're going to go for 30 days. These will be live calls with me, and we will also be adding in live tech calls with my personal tech VA, Jenny, and her team to make sure that you are feeling so, so good that by the end of the 30 days, it's all done. It's locked and loaded. I've got your freebie. We've got everything all buttoned up for you. And you just get to put this on repeat. So you are going to walk away with an asset that you can use over and over and over and over and over again. So let me know what that sounds like to you. If that sounds like a win to you, I want you to pop a capital W in the chat. Like, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Helen. Yeah. Win, 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 right? Yes. Oh my gosh. So come join me, you guys. Like, seriously, I'm not going to be doing it again until next fall. I only do this program twice a year. So now's the time if you want to build and grow your audience and have an asset that you can put on repeat over and over and over again. Now's the time to jump in with me. And it doesn't matter if you're brand new. If you're brand new, this is going to work. If you are already making six figures, we still need to have a monetization bridge. And if you are making multiple six figures, great. You still need this too, right? I still create new freebies. I actually created a new one this morning. All right. Great. So what questions do you guys have for me that I can answer for the remaining time? Any questions? Oh, I'm so glad, Mary Lou. Yes. And Mary Lou got is one that got the tech bundle. Victoria, you got the tech bundle. Helen, you got the tech bundle. Jennifer Turner got the tech bundle. Absolutely. You guys are all in. Yes. So, so good. So what questions do you have for me about monetizing your lead magnet? And then I am going to go grab the freebie for you guys. I'm just going to pop it in. Let's see. I want to make sure that I can share this with you guys that stayed to the end. Let's see if this works. Edit your 25 evergreen ways to share your freebie. So once it's done, not only are we going to help you get it out there, but we're also going to share with you ways that you can share it. So what questions do you guys have for me that are coming up? Oh, Sharon, you're so welcome. Yeah. Oof, divorce is not fun, is it? Yeah. You have a freebie title question, but maybe, no, go ahead. Yeah, let's dive into it, Helen.
Okay. These just sort of like started popping up as we were doing this session today. So I know one of the things that people really want is to come off of GLP-1s. And so I was thinking about the 5-phase GLP-1 exit plan. So
Ooh.
that was something that I was thinking of, or based on a conversation you and I had, the 5 steps to weight loss success on GLP-1 without fatigue, hair loss, digestive issues, or long-term medication dependency.
I love both of them. I think you've got two right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you've got two. Yeah, I love both of them because what is it that people worry about? How to come off it the right way when they feel that they're finished. And if they're on it, they're worried about the things that they hear about. Nausea, throwing up, digestive issues, hair loss, skin looking all wonky, like all of that weird stuff.
Yeah, I guess like in
Okay.
my head, it was like it's sort of two different people. It's like the people who are on it and they want to get off, but they're afraid. But then it's also the people who might be curious and they're like, wait a second, I could do this and I could do this shame-free without all these side effects. So it feels like
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, it's just something I have to think. And you're right, it's two different lead magnets. So
It,
yeah.
yeah, and yeah. And it is two different problems, but it still could be the same client.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that totally
Yeah.
makes. Yep.
Yeah. They're just on a different point in their journey. They're the same client, they're just on a different point in their journey.
Yep.
One is starting GLP-1s and one is wanting to come off GLP-1s, but they still need your support and the energetic eating method.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry about that link, guys. Here's one that should be working for you for the 25 ways to organically share your freebie. When I say organically, it means that we're not paying for ads. Okay. It is an organic way to share your freebie to bring new people into your ecosystem. Jess, you've got questions for me.
Hi, really quick question. The freebie that I kind of had dreamed up or whatever just kind of like came to me, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious, as that's a child singing. Um,
Aw.
I wrote it down. So it's like a choose your own adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like the way we did the archetypes with Betty,
Mm-hmm.
the money archetypes, where you would choose your own adventure, and that would lead you to one of five vocal solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go in and you're not sure what it is you need help with most. Like you're like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, maybe, or whatever. And you answer a series of questions, and it sort of like leads you to one of these five adventures. And then, you take that one, and that's your freebie, and it's made just for you and anyone else who gets that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I could upsell the rest of the solutions, the
Mm-hmm.
other five big things in a bundle,
Mm-hmm.
and monetize it like almost right away.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you've got is a freebie that leads to another resource, which is great, which then leads to an offer, which is
Right.
great. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Fantastic. You're welcome, Sharon. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that works. We just want to make sure that here's one thing that we do want to kind of stop saying though, is that they don't know what it is they are struggling with. They do know what it is that they're struggling with. They they have a pain that needs to be solved, right?
Right.
If
Well,
they yeah, they just
right.
don't know the
Well,
solution.
right. But the symptoms might be leading them to think it's the wrong problem.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's
But
why they
what we're
would go
solving is the
through.
symptom, right? So we're talking about we're on the same page. We're good.
Yeah.
We're on the same
Yeah.
page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they would kind of like, oh, that's interesting, kind of a
yeah,
thing as they
yeah.
go through it, and then they would get the solution.
Beautiful.
All right. Cool.
So yeah. So Karner, if you are in core, you get this for $300 off. Okay. So core activate. Anybody who's in core activate gets the $300 discount. Anybody who's in the Success Studio gets the $300 discount. Yeah. Letizia, how can I help you?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Chris. First of all, thanks so much because all of what you've been sharing last night and tonight is like gold for my ears. Really,
Oh, good.
fully appreciate it. And the question that I have for the lead magnet monetizing program is that you mentioned that one additional feature, which is part of this program, is that you will be able to leverage on your right
Hmm.
CRM to allow your CRM contacts have available, for example, our freebie. Did I get it
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So yeah, so how that works is you're not necessarily leveraging my
Of
CRM. What
course.
I'm doing is I'm sharing the abundance bundle to everybody on my CRM, and your freebie is inside of that bundle. So when people open it, they have multiple options to choose from on which freebie they want to download, and yours will be one of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you still need your own freebie on your own CRM,
True.
right,
Okay.
to deliver, right? Because what ends up happening is that when they click on the link inside of the bundle, right, that's going to take them to your CRM, and that's
Yeah.
where they download your freebie.
Yeah. And then I need to create all the nurture process and make sure that they go from one step to
Exactly.
another so that they don't get disappointed and they get to the CTA, right?
Exactly. And that's what we help you do inside the program. We help you set all of that up too.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
my pleasure. Yeah. All right. Any other questions for me today? that I can answer. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, Helen.
One more question. Sorry, I don't mean to take up so much airtime, but I'm
No,
thinking
you're
about
great.
the freebie. Like you said, you have a freebie that leads to the like creating your best year or whatever.
Mhm.
So I was thinking about a freebie leading to a workshop. How much time between the freebie and the workshop invitation or CTA do you leave?
Yeah. It depends on if the workshop is live or if
Yeah.
it's recorded or whether you're giving them access to something that's already pre-recorded. Yeah. So, and Deb, I see your question. As soon as I finish with Helen's, I'll answer yours. Yeah. So if it is leading to a live workshop, then typically what we do is we start promoting our freebie a month before the live workshop. So we start promoting the freebie for 2 weeks. And then, well, we're going to be sharing the freebie the whole time for the whole month. But the people that are downloading your freebie are going to also be the ones that are getting the invitation to your free workshop. So what that does, it is really, really valuable because it's going to help you see who is most interested in solving the problem that you're going to be teaching about inside of your free workshop.
Okay.
Yeah. So a month before your free workshop, you'll start sharing your freebie. And then 2 weeks before your free workshop, you start sharing your free workshop.
Okay.
Yeah. And you
So
can
you
have both
don't
going
like
at the
in the
same time.
freebie have, join the workshop, or you do, but you don't really start sending emails and inviting people until 2 weeks before.
Well, what you can do, and this is where nuance comes in, right?
Yeah.
And what you can do with that, Helen, is you can on the either on the email sequence, you can have down at the bottom, which I like to do, is PS. If you haven't already registered for this event that's coming up on blah blah blah, be sure to do that. This is what we're doing. So in the original email, they get, the freebie, they get the introduction, they get all of that. But then I will make sure to let them know that we've got a free workshop coming up so they can just join that. Or you can also add that somewhere inside of your nurture sequence as well, if you want to guide them somewhere. But you would need to like edit that. So for example, if I'm sharing the same freebie later, even though I'm not doing a live workshop, I just need to go into my email sequence and take that invitation out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking was, tech wise, I think I can figure it out by like tagging them and adding them to an event for a period of time or something like that. But yeah, it takes
Mhm.
a little bit of back end to make that work, but that timeline makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not hard though. You just have to kind of like set a reminder and say, hey, take
Yeah.
that part out.
Yeah.
Take that
Okay.
part out of email number 3. Like
Yeah.
take that PS out, right? And look,
Okay.
and if you do forget, don't worry about it. Like I've had people before that are like, hey, Chris, you're talking about a January workshop. I'm like, oh, oops, sorry. Like, yeah, that's over. Here's the
Yeah.
replay if you want it.
Yeah.
So we get to be human too, right? It doesn't need
Okay.
to be perfect. Yeah,
Thanks.
and Letitia, we do teach you properly how to use Kit so that you know how to set it up and get the automations working. Yep, that's actually part of the program. Because if you're not using it properly, then the freebie is not going to be delivered and the email sequences aren't going to work and you're not going to monetize it. So yeah, we'll help you with that for sure. Yeah. Any other oh, Deb have questions. Is it specific enough freebie if I have 3 quick secrets to reset the nervous system after a day at work? Well, that depends if that's what your client says the problem is, Deb. So I
Okay.
don't know your
Okay.
specific ideal client.
Okay.
So if that's her main thing, if she's like, oh my God, like I just can't calm down after work, then
Yes.
I would actually shift that from nervous system to, 3 quick secrets to calm down after a hard
Mhm.
days at work,
Okay. Sure.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Okay. Thanks. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good question. Yeah. Does your tech people help with implementing on other CRMs than Kit? Yes. Yes, she does. Yeah. So Jenny is my tech VA and she knows multiple systems. So that would happen though in a group call. So you would just need to, ask a question around what your CRM, needs. So you would have, bring your tech questions to the group tech call around whatever your CRM is. And yeah, so that's the answer to that, Stacy. Yeah, so they cover multiple. Most CRMs work the same way. Let me just say that. Most work the same way. And especially when you're delivering a freebie, this is not high tech, this is very low tech. This is not 62 different funnels and hoops that people have to jump through. Okay, so really what we're doing is setting up a landing page for you or helping you do that. If you've got the tech bundle, we'll set it up for you, or we'll teach you how to set it up, and then make sure that the freebie gets delivered in that nurture sequence and that you've got the nurture sequence ready to go. Yeah. Letizia, I don't know. I have not been in my email to see who decided that they wanted the tech bundle. So yeah, definitely grab it because regardless, you're going to walk away with something amazing. Yeah. All right, ladies, we are going to pop off for today. I hope that this was helpful. I hope this gave you a win on how you can actually take your freebie idea and bridge it together so that you know exactly how to make it a heck yes for people to attract the right clients into your ecosystem. Yeah. And then guide them so that they are creating know, like, trust with you. They're connecting with you and they become a buyer with you long term. Now, this type of freebie is definitely an asset. So this is something that you are going to use on repeat in order to bring the right clients into your ecosystem. You cannot build a 6-figure and beyond business if you don't have a way to bring new people into your ecosystem, right? So this is critical. This is a piece that you really don't want to miss. Okay. And yes, my pleasure, Allie. Oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad, Sharon. Aw, thank you. That makes my heart so happy to know that this is helpful for you. Great. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Let me know if you have questions about the program. I'm happy to chat with you. If you have not yet booked your assessment, you can definitely do that as well. And I can help you, in 15 minutes, create a freebie idea with you quickly. But definitely come join me on the 30-day lead magnet that monetizes program. You will walk away with so much more value than you're paying for by far. Yes. Okay. Great. You guys have a great afternoon, and we'll get this replay up for you as soon as Zoom does its thing.